Hey grade ones, it's me, Miss Howie, and today I wanted to do a lesson about controlling R. Now this is not a sound that we've talked about much in class yet. A little bit in words like that have AR or ER, so AR like in ARFA, ER is our mixer sound, so I'll often say mixer and go like this, you know it's an ER. But controlling R, he is often with any other vowel, A, E, I, O, U, but you hear the R sound more than you hear the vowel. So controlling R says, I boss the vowels and control the sound, but I am polite, so I let them go first. He sure doesn't look very polite. He looks kind of mean, but he is just controlling. That just means he likes to be the boss and he wants you to hear the R sound more than the vowel sound. But the vowel always comes first. So we know our vowels A, E, I, O, U. And when they pair with the R, sometimes you hear them more than others, but usually you just hear the sound. So we know AR says R, like in ARFA. Here are some other words that AR is in, but let's use our strategies to read these words. So first we use lips the fish to make the first sound first, and then stretchy snake to stretch out the sounds. R, car. Now remember, it might take you a couple times using stretchy snake to sound out the word, and that's okay. You can start slow and then just say it quicker and quicker and quicker until you sound out that word. You can do it. Just keep trying, okay? So let's use it again. Lips the fish, stretchy snake, R, far, far. Okay, on the next word, I see a cluster, R, star, star. And our last word here, mark, mark, mark. Okay, so I hope that you're trying to stretch these words out with me at home. So let's go to ER. So this is our mixer sound. So when we're writing our words on the board and I often say mixer, you know it's an ER sound. And it just says Okay, so stretchy snake. Oops, sorry. Start with lips the fish to make the first sound first. Her. Good job. Okay, lips the fish. W. A-ot. W-ot. Water. Good. D. And. Under. Under. Good. Cover. Cover. Good. So when you see these controlling R sounds, it's really important that you don't try and sound the vowel out on its own because then it won't sound right. So let's look at this one. IR says it like in bird. But if you try and sound out each letter on its own, it won't sound right and it won't make sense. So if I go b-i-erd, no, that doesn't make sense. So I know the IR just makes that R sound. B-erd, bird. Okay. First. Okay. Stir. Dirt. Okay, that's our IR. So it doesn't sound that much different than our mixer, and IR says Yeah, it sounds almost the same. That's why I give you so many paper sheets to practice with, because the more you practice, the more your brain will just know. So when you see or when you want to spell these words, you know which controlling R sound to use. Okay, our next one is or. Now, we know this word because it's a popcorn word. If I could just pretend to put a popcorn around OR, we know that every time we see OR, it says or, just like the word. So this is kind of like a chunky monkey strategy you can use too. Every time you see OR, you know that it makes the chunk or. But we can still use our strategies to stretch out these sounds, okay? Or, for, or, more. I see in this word, there's also a bossy E at the end, telling that O to say its name. So you don't really hear the E at the end, right? That bossy E is silent, and he makes sure that the other vowel says his name. So, more, st, or, store, k, orn, corn. Good job. And the last one that we will be practicing is a UR sound, and it says just like the other R sounds, but let's see if you can hear a difference at all. Okay, so hurt, fur, earn, turn, earl, curl, earth. So this E isn't really a bossy E. He's not making the other vowel say his name, but usually if you see an E at the end of the word, it's silent. So he is a silent E. You don't say nurse. That doesn't make sense. So usually when you see an E at the end of the word, you just, he is very silent and he doesn't make a sound, okay? So you don't have to sound that out. Nurse. Okay, so this is something that I want you to practice while you're home learning, and I will send out some activities on Seesaw for you to continue to practice, because we know that that's how we get better. It's not always easy when we start it, but the more you practice, the better and the easier it will be. Okay, so keep working hard, and I can't wait to see your work. Bye!